Imagine this. The year is 1588. A fleet of 130 ships sails ominously towards England, intent on invasion. This is the Spanish Armada, the most powerful naval force of the era. The late 16th century was a time of great political unrest. Europe was a stage where nations played out their ambitions, fears, and rivalries. Two of the key players in this grand spectacle were England and Spain. Relations between these two powers were strained, to say the least. Tensions were high, with religious differences only serving to fan the flames of discord. At one corner we have Queen Elizabeth I of England, a woman of iron will and astute political acumen. She was a Protestant queen in a largely Catholic Europe, a fact that did not sit well with many of her contemporaries. On the opposite corner stands King Philip II of Spain, a devout Catholic and one of the most powerful monarchs of the time. He viewed England's Protestant queen as a thorn in the side of his Catholic empire, and was determined to pluck it out. And so, the stage was set. Philip assembled an enormous fleet, the Spanish Armada, a force so formidable that it was said to be invincible. With 130 ships and over 20,000 men, it was a sight that could make the bravest hearts quiver. Facing them was the English fleet, perceived as the underdog in this naval face-off. Commanded by the likes of Sir Francis Drake and Lord Howard of Effingham, the English were outnumbered and seemingly outmatched. Yet beneath the veneer of vulnerability, the English fleet was not to be underestimated. They were swift, agile, and driven by a fierce determination to protect their homeland. They understood the stakes. They knew that their survival hinged on the outcome of the impending battle. The stage was set for a naval showdown that would echo through the centuries. Against the might of the Spanish Armada, England had one secret weapon: innovation. The English were the underdogs, facing an enemy that was not only larger but more experienced. Yet, this didn't deter them. Instead, they turned to their strengths, and innovation was their trump card. The English Navy had been investing in technological advancements that gave them an edge over the Spanish. Their ships, unlike the large, cumbersome galleons of the Spaniards, were sleek, agile, and faster. These race-built galleons were a marvel of maritime engineering. They were designed to be highly maneuverable, allowing the English to dart in and out of the Spanish line, delivering devastating volleys of cannon fire and then quickly retreating before the slower Spanish ships could respond. Equally important was the English firepower. They had developed longer-range guns that could fire more accurately than those of their Spanish counterparts. This allowed the English to remain at a safe distance while still causing significant damage to the Spanish fleet. But innovation wasn't only about technology, it was also about strategy. Leaders like Sir Francis Drake, an experienced navigator and cunning tactician, played a crucial role. Drake knew that the Spanish Armada relied on the crescent formation, a strategy that made them invulnerable to head-on attacks. But Drake, the audacious commander, turned this strength into a weakness. He used the speed and agility of the English ships to attack the Spanish fleet from the sides, causing chaos and confusion in the Spanish ranks. The English also used tactical tricks to their advantage. They sent fire ships, old vessels set ablaze, into the Spanish fleet, causing panic and breaking their formation. This allowed the English to attack individual isolated Spanish ships, tilting the balance of the battle in their favor. With cunning and innovation, the underdog English fleet was ready to face the Spanish Armada. England had turned their underdog status into a strength, using innovation and leadership to outsmart a more powerful enemy. This was not just a triumph of technology, but a triumph of the human spirit. The stage was set for one of the most significant naval battles in history. As the two fleets clashed, the fate of nations hung in the balance. The Spanish Armada, a force of some 130 ships, sailed towards England, intent on invasion. Against them stood England's navy, outnumbered but not outmatched, ready to defend their homeland. The Spanish Armada, an array of galleons laden with soldiers, was a formidable sight. Yet they made strategic blunders that turned the tide of the battle. The Spaniards relied on the old tactics of boarding and close combat, a fatal mistake when up against England's agile and long-range gunned vessels. The English ships, lighter and faster, could strike from a distance and evade retaliation. But it wasn't just strategy that played into English hands. As the Armada sailed up the English Channel, they faced an unexpected adversary: the weather. A series of storms scattered the Spanish fleet, throwing them into disarray. And then came the fire ships. The English, seizing the moment, sent 8 burning vessels into the heart of the Spanish formation, a tactic as audacious as it was effective. The sight of these flaming threats sowed panic among the Spanish sailors, breaking their crescent formation and scattering their ships. This was the moment the English had been waiting for. With the Spanish formation in disarray, the English navy swooped in. Their technologically superior ships, armed with longer-range cannons, wreaked havoc on the Spanish galleons. The English gunners aimed for the masts and rigging, immobilizing the Spanish galleons and leaving them at the mercy of the stormy seas. The Spaniards fought valiantly, but they were outmaneuvered and outgunned. Their ships were crippled, their formation broken. The English navy, under the command of men like Sir Francis Drake, delivered blow after blow, decimating the once mighty Armada. The battle at sea was a testament to English ingenuity and resilience. It showcased the power of technology and strategy in warfare, turning the underdog into the victor. The Spanish Armada, once the symbol of invincibility, was defeated, and the balance of power in Europe was forever shifted. In the face of overwhelming odds, England had won a decisive victory. The defeat of the Spanish Armada marked a turning point in history. The aftermath of this monumental battle rippled across Europe, tipping the scales of power and setting the stage for centuries to come. The once invincible Spanish Armada lay in ruins, their defeat reverberating through the corridors of power, from Madrid to Rome. The loss of the Armada not only crippled Spain's naval supremacy, but also sent shockwaves through the Catholic world. The balance of power in Europe was irrevocably shifted. England, the underdog, had triumphed against overwhelming odds. The victory didn't just alter the political landscape, it ignited a spark in the hearts of the English people. Morale soared. Their tiny island nation had stood against the might of the Spanish Empire and emerged victorious. It was a boost to the national psyche, a testament to their resilience, their courage, and their indomitable spirit. This victory also ushered in a new era of naval warfare. The English fleet's tactics, their innovative use of lighter, faster ships and long-range artillery, were a game-changer. The world had witnessed the downfall of the Spanish galleons, the behemoths of the sea, and the rise of a more agile, strategic naval force. This transformation shaped the future of naval warfare, marking the beginning of England's dominance at sea. But the implications of the Armada's defeat extended beyond the realm of naval battles. The victory marked England's rise as a global power. The Protestant wind that had scattered the Spanish fleet had also blown England onto the world stage. The country, under the reign of the indomitable Queen Elizabeth I, began to establish colonies, open new trade routes, and assert its influence globally. England was no longer just a small island nation, it was an emerging empire. The defeat of the Spanish Armada wasn't just a victory for England, it was a defining moment in world history. It marked the end of Spain's golden age and the dawn of England's ascent to global dominance, a transition that would shape the course of history for centuries to come. The story of the Spanish Armada is a tale of underdogs, innovation, and a battle that changed the world. It's a narrative that has captivated the imaginations of history enthusiasts for centuries, and for good reason. The events of that fateful year, 1588, were a turning point not only for England and Spain, but for the world at large. We've journeyed through stormy seas, heard the deafening roar of cannons, and witnessed the tactical brilliance that led to one of the most unlikely victories in naval history. We've seen how the English fleet, outnumbered and outgunned, managed to outmaneuver a seemingly invincible adversary through a combination of innovative technology, strategic cunning, and a bit of luck from the weather gods. But the impact of the Spanish Armada's defeat extended far beyond the battle's immediate aftermath. It marked a significant shift in the balance of power in Europe, signaling England's emergence as a global superpower. It set the stage for a new era of naval warfare, with the tactical lessons learned from the battle informing military strategies for centuries to come. Yet perhaps the most profound legacy of the Spanish Armada is the enduring spirit of resilience and innovation it symbolizes. It's a testament to the power of the underdog, a reminder that even in the face of overwhelming odds, victory is possible with the right combination of courage, creativity, and conviction. As we reflect on the events of that fateful year, we're reminded that the past is not just a distant memory, but a living, breathing entity that continues to shape our present. The echoes of the cannons from the Spanish Armada still resonate today, a reminder of a battle that defined an era and shaped the world as we know it. In closing, the Spanish Armada's defeat marked a pivotal moment in history, shifting the balance of power and signaling England's rise as a global power. It's a tale of underdogs and innovation, a clash that changed the course of naval warfare. The echoes of this battle still resonate today, a testament to a defining victory at sea.